It's discouraging, frustrating, and even career limiting. You get a strategic opportunity to meet with the senior executive team to present a new initiative for inclusion in the coming budget cycle. You carefully prepare your thoughts. You create captivating slides to support your presentation. You rehearse in preparation for your single chance to make your case. About 5 minutes and 2 slides into your presentation, the CEO interrupts with, "We're a little short on time. Where's this going and what exactly do you want? What is the expected outcome from the investment?" You jump to your last slide and quickly explain how much money you need and offer some anticipated results. The CFO responds with, "There are a number of priorities competing for funding next year. After we determine how well this aligns with our business objectives, we'll see what we have to work with. Thanks for your time." That scene is repeated dozens of times a day. Here are 3 ways to keep it from happening to you. First, develop your business acumen. Business acumen is the ability to use financial, sales, operational, and human capital data to gain perception into an organization and make decisions that will lead to positive outcomes. Senior leaders use business acumen to formulate strategy, balance the drivers of business success, recognize critical interdependencies, and maintain a global long-term mindset in how they approach the business. If you want to be heard in the C-suite, become fluent in the universal language of business. Know the business well enough to be able to position and explain any subject with regard to how it impacts cash flow, growth, expenses, and profitability. Read Seeing the Big Picture by Kenneth Cope or What the CEO Wants You to Know by Ram Shriram to quickly enhance your ability to speak the language of business. A second action is to think like an executive. The dynamic forces and rapid changes in global business environments create a demand for people at all levels of an organization to look at a business, evaluate information, and approach business decisions from the perspective of a senior executive. All senior executives share one thing in common. They live in a time-pressed environment where they quickly evaluate information they receive and use that information to make decisions. If your CEO earns half the average of a chief executive in the US, his or her time is worth about $65 a minute. Living in a time-constrained world naturally encourages executives to be impatient. They quickly lose interest in or completely disengage from a meeting they feel is irrelevant or not using their time effectively. In addition, executives are inherently skeptical. Their bottom line focus naturally makes them look for the flaw in an argument before they explore the benefits. When you communicate with an executive, grab the leader's attention in the first 30 seconds of your meeting. Be clear in how your topic aligns with the company's highest priorities. Provide a point of view. Offer a fresh perspective on what is happening across the enterprise. Traditional communication is structured like an inverted pyramid. The backstory, foundational arguments, research, and other data are used to create a context for the conclusion of the presentation, request, or action. Effective communication with an executive is structured like a pyramid. A small amount of research is referenced to show the presenter is prepared for the meeting. Then the point or conclusion of the conversation is made first, usually in the first 5 minutes of the meeting. Detail is offered as needed. The pyramid approach ensures that if a meeting is cut short, as is often the case, the most critical information and call to action have been shared. Senior leaders invest their time with people that bring them value. If your CEO won't listen to you, perhaps you've not yet demonstrated you can tangibly impact what is important in his or her world. Develop your business acumen. Learn to think at the level of a senior leader. Speak and present in a way that concisely makes a point that is relevant and focused on business outcomes. If you want your CEO to listen to you, communicate the way a CEO listens.